All right. Well, we're outside. Well, I'm inside, but we're here. It's Wednesday, April 1st. Happy April Fool's Day. Happy birthday to my brother. Also, just turned 16 today. And happy birthday to the great Randy Orton as well. One of the greatest wrestlers of all time. If you guys don't know, probably my favorite wrestler ever. Happy birthday to the motherfucking GOAT. But we're here talking about today. I got about a good 45 minutes in me just to talk about what's going on at the club. People coming out saying stuff, people attacking certain Chelsea YouTubers as well, which we need to get into because I feel like there's a huge misconception with that. And again, once again, the fans, a lot of the fans and stuff like that are just complete idiots, man. Like we're really going after people that have the platform to push out the message in the social media aspect. We're really getting on people for doing that. I mean, when you're a content creator of that caliber and you're sitting here, you know, just trying to relay a message about how you don't want the ownership here anymore, but you are more worried about the comment section, right? So if we do pull over here and, I don't like talking bad about people because I feel like it's a disservice to their mental health. But we pull over here, right? And I'm going to get into the Chelsea aspect of everything after this. But this guy, SG, replied to Nini yesterday, yeah. There is an ongoing war, a cost of living crisis. Club is in the gutter, yet you are depressed about a fucking YouTube comment section. And this is referring to this post he posted yesterday about the state of his channel, about how he's not feeling the comment section. I'm going to say this, bro. It's part of your job to be able to take whatever is coming to you in the comment section, bro. Like it really is. I understand that there's a lot of people on Twitter, on YouTube that don't have brains and they're just going to comment whatever just to get you pissed off. But it's up to you to not sit here and get this upset. You know, like we know you want Blue Co out. We know a lot of these other people want Blue Co out, bro. But at the end of the day, if you're getting this depressed off of stupid comments in your comment section, then maybe this job isn't cut out for you anymore, man. It's just how I feel about it, man. I mean, you shouldn't be getting this upset. You get stupid comments in your shit all the time. And honestly, checking your comment section, man, there was maybe one or two negative comments. So you're really singling out 2 or 3 comments in about 400 to 500 comments you usually get in your shit. And you're focused on that. What about the other 497 comments that are supporting you and are saying Blue Co out? You're not paying attention to those things, I think. But to say that there was another thing I saw here too that was wild. It says, imagine selling out. Here it is right here. Imagine selling out your football club that you support for personal gain. And he names Nini, Pice, the Blue Dodger, George Benson, and Matisse, which is crazy. You lot are disgraceful. You care more about yourself than you do the club. Go fuck yourselves, honestly. Fucking Blue Co enablers. I don't think they're Blue Co enablers. When have they ever mentioned that they're supporting what Blue Co is trying to push down our fucking throats? Like at the end of the day, Mark Cucurella coming out yesterday and basically exposing the entire model, and fans are still crashing out that he said something. Fans are still crashing out that Enzo Fernandez is saying he'd rather live in Madrid. Why do you think these players are coming out and saying shit? Look at the state of the club. Look who the manager is. Like, this is the problem. But people are so focused on content creators, these fucking players and shit. The problem is upstairs. But everybody wants to blame Enzo, Cucurella, Caicedo, whoever, Palmer for wanting to leave. It's like these players want to leave because there's no ambition at this club, bro. There's no ambition. And it gets even worse, right? This morning, we all wake up, right? Or I wake up, right? Because I'm out here in the States. So a lot of this news is going to come out while I'm asleep, right? Explain to me now why Chelsea now have 4 of the biggest 6 losses in Premier League history. 4. It's insane. And when you, I mean, this is why we have no money. This is why we have no money. We're losing so much money under these ownerships. And then Eunice says it perfectly. It's diabolical. Chelsea were not terribly managed on the football side, sporting or promotional side. Eghbali in 2022. Congratulations, guys. You made it worse. How? Like, how in the hell do you guys come in and make the situation worse? Because they don't know what they're doing. They have no idea what the fuck they're doing. Yeah. And the PR was shut down very quickly today. People came with receipts as soon as they started boasting about near high revenue record. Yeah. 536 million in 3 years. That eclipses every club, bro. It's insane, man. And we used to have players like this in our squad, bro. Receiving long balls like this. Boop. Look, just you were not able to get the ball off this cat. That's one of the great goals too, at the bridge. Like these are the levels that we are looking for at this club, man. And now that we're recording losses of what was it last year, 264. Chelsea in 2021, 155. Chelsea in 2023, 155. It's insane, bro. Chelsea in 2022, 119 million. 2019, 101, but that was under Roman. The point is here, these owners are going to eventually, I mean, these owners are fucked on their side. As a football club, Chelsea, there's no debt there. The debt is with Blueco and the owners and what they've had to take out and the loans they've had to take out. This is why they need to sell now. If they want to avoid losing more money, they need to sell now. They need to sell over the summer. They need to put the club up for over the summer. Cole Palmer starting to remind me of Mason Mount, but this one is even sadder. Mount fell off as he started to put on muscle, gets injured, and tunnel vision to goal. Palmer now has the same tunnel vision just to set himself up, but is a top creator. Can't see, he's blind. Bro, I really? Yeah, I mean, I think it is too early to be saying that. Obvious buys Morgan Rogers or Fermin Lopez for near 100 million to improve. That you're not going to get either of those for 100 million. Both of them for 100 million. You're not getting both for 100 million, bro. Like if you sell Palmer, bro, like everything is over. Yeah, you're genuinely an idiot. I agree. I think this guy CFC JNR is an absolute clown, bro. And I don't care if he comments or says shit about me. I don't give a fuck, bro. Because at the end of the day, you're posting some absolute nonsense on your fucking Twitter, bro. And with the amount of followers you have, and you have a following of people that actually believe in the dribble that you put out here, bro. It's crazy. I don't understand it. Right? I don't understand it. And I will get to Italy and Sweden and England losing to Japan yesterday. Japan yesterday, man. Did you guys see that goal they scored yesterday? Oh, I mean, this is why we love the sport, right? Like, this is why we love the sport. But some interesting comments from John Obi Mikel also, which I feel like, you know, from a former player speaking out on him now, I feel like there is something to talk about here. So, no player is bigger than the football club. If Enzo Fernandez has had enough, put your hands up and fuck off, and we move on. You should be grateful you're playing for Chelsea Football Club. Okay, so he came into the club when we were absolute dog shit, right? So now He's in the same situation. We're 6 places higher in the table. These owners are not budging from their model. He has ambitions to win. He's a World Cup winner. He's won with Chelsea already. Not the trophies that you want to win. I'm sure every team would love to win a Club World Cup, but I mean, a Conference League is not the Champions League. So it's, you know, he's won things with us, yeah, but John Obi Mikel, I feel like, is absolutely wrong in the last part. It's not that he should be grateful, it's that he came into this club with the idea that it was Chelsea, not CFC LDN, bro. He had the idea that he's coming into Chelsea Football Club, the club that was winning silverware and year in, year out was in the Champions League. This is completely different. He came in when we were shit, and now we're shit now. And we're going to probably finish the season like shit. You know how many people in the comment section when Chelsea posted the fixture list for the month of April, how many people in that comment section were saying, I wish the international break was still going on? Nobody wants to see this team play because it's just going to bring down our mood. We're all going to sit here and talk about the same shit. Owners need to sell. Liam Senior looks like he's completely lost out there. Cole Palmer's looking MIA again. Enzo Fernandez is supposedly having another bad game when he's the only one out there trying to put in a fucking shift. Moises Caicedo looks off. You can't get Esteval on the pitch because they're trying to protect him, which I understand. You had hamstring injuries, but still, you don't have a lot of these players out there because the owners are like, well, I need Tosin out there because I'm selling him in the summer. I need Garnacho out there because we're probably selling him in the summer. It's like you're putting players out there that have no right to be out there. And this is why we're in the state we're in. You don't back your manager in the summer when he says I need certain positions. When Levi Colwell, when he goes down, and you don't get him center back help. He wants a goalkeeper. He wants Mike Mignon. Doesn't happen. Why? Because we have Robert Sanchez, we have Jorgensen, and we have Mike Penders coming in next season. So we don't need an elite goalkeeper. You absolutely the fuck do. You absolutely the fuck do. If these owners were to listen to Enzo Maresca, Chelsea aren't sitting 6th in the Premier League. They're probably somewhere in that top 3. Why? Because they listened to the manager that needed some type of experience. We're not asking these owners to go get Kylian Mbappe, bro. Erling Haaland. We're asking just for levels, bro. Just upgrades over what we have, particularly on the wings, man. And at center half. You can make the argument about the goalkeeper position because Robert Sanchez really hasn't been that bad. It's just been since this Joker has come into the club, his form has dipped off. And Liam Senior completely shattered that man's confidence. With the World Cup coming up also, he was looking to get into that Spain squad. Now, that's probably gone because David Raya and who's the guy at Bilbao? I forgot his name, but he's probably not going to at the World Cup now because of his shaky form in the second half of this season, man. So, not backing your manager, and then you wonder why we're sitting 6th in the Premier League, and you're wondering why we might slide even lower to 9th or 10th because the rest of the Premier League is catching up to the supposed Big Six. Maybe not Arsenal and Man City, but everyone else is starting to catch up. Chelsea may end up being 11th, 12th, 13th in 2 seasons if these owners are still trying to push this model down our throat. But I think that these owners are going to have enough in the summertime and they're going to pack up and get their shit going because the protest on the 18th is everything, but it can't stop there. It has to continue on after that. If we continue on with the protest, don't buy merchandise, boycott the game for 10 to 15 minutes, leave your seat empty, right? It's stuff like that. It's the peaceful protest that we want. We don't want the violence, bro. Because the violence will just give them more of a reason to stay, honestly. It just would. It has to be peaceful. It has to be organized in the right way. And it seems like everything is being put in place in the right things in the right areas. So I'm expecting big things happening on that day. Everybody's got to be out there. It's a night game too, right? It's 8 p.m. kickoff out there in London, bro. And I can tell you this: the bridge has to be rocking in that game. You have to get the Roman Abramovich chance going, man. You have to have the chance against the ownership. I would say don't have any chance against Liam Rossini because he's not really the problem in terms of he's irrelevant because he's brought in here just to be the face of what the project is supposed to be. And he's failing at that. He's absolutely failing at that. When you had opportunities at Nagelsmann, Enrique, all these cats, and you don't sign them because they just want some type of control. It's like our owners are like babies, and then if you take something away from them or you tell them something, they start crying. They start bitching. And that's ultimately what they've been doing for 4 years. Somebody says something, and it's crazy because we can talk about Sweden and Poland yesterday, right? Did we see the crazy end to that game? I mean, it was outrageous, man. I mean, I was watching the highlights last night, and then I'm going to get to Italy after this because it's insane. Trying to see if I can find the. Oh, yeah, it's right here. Like, I hate that it's an Arsenal man scoring, but I mean, what a moment. I mean, what a moment for his career, really. Think about it. Now his career is going to probably really take off even more. It's a signature moment in his career. He sent his country to the World Cup. Like if Alexander Isak was healthy, Sweden would probably have his top 3 front line in the World Cup. Just in my opinion, because I think Isak is that good. But I mean, what a loss for Poland, though, man. I mean, Robert Lewandowski is not going to the World Cup. That's probably his last chance at actually going because the next one's in what 2030. He ain't gonna be there. So I mean, it's unfortunate he's not going, but I mean, Italy aren't going either. And what an absolute atrocity Italy have become. Do you guys realize that since 2006, when they won the World Cup, they haven't made it out of the group stage? They got eliminated in the group stage in 2010 and in 2014. After that, they haven't qualified for 3 straight World Cups. It's insane. You would think Italy used to be a regular fixture, a regular team that was in the World Cup, in the Euros. They won the Euros in 2021. And then they can't find a way to get to a 48-team World Cup. Now, Bosnia, bro, let me tell you something. The amount of opportunities. I mean, yes, Italy were down to 10 men, and Bastoni, I'm going to be real, that's probably a challenge you don't make, only because Donnarumma was having one of the games of his life, man. You got to trust your goalkeeper, in my opinion, right? Like, you have to trust your goalkeeper in that situation because Donnarumma is a top 3 goalkeeper in the world, man. And like, you cannot be put in a situation where you're lunging out for a challenge in a game where you need to be in there. Because I think if Bastoni is still there, I don't think Bosnia is getting as many opportunities, especially with the crosses into the box. Like the amount of they had 30 shots yesterday, and I think like 15 or 16 of those were on target. And the amount of crosses they were putting into the box, Italy were having a very difficult time getting those balls out. And Donnarumma kept them in the game I don't know how many times. I think the commentator said he made like 9 saves, bro. Like 9 or 10 saves. I think the record, I think it was like by Tim Howard, it was like 16 or 17 saves against Belgium or whatever. Like it's insane, dude. It's absolutely insane. But you have to trust your goalkeeper, man. And Bosnia were putting balls into the box that were just so devilish, and they had the whip that would worry any backline, dude. And when it came down to the penalty shootout, Bosnia were clinical. Italy were nervous because all the pressure was on them to win that game. And now they're missing their 3rd straight World Cup, bro. I mean, you can't make this up. What is going on with Italian football right now, bro? At the league level and the international level. Like, what is going on? Is it an economic issue? Is it a social issue? Is it a political issue? Like, what is going on down there? Like, I really want to know. Like I'm not gonna pretend like I know all the answers to this. But my thing is that they used to be seen as a European powerhouse, as a world power, bro. How does this happen in 20 years? I don't know, man. It's very concerning to really think about these kind of things, man, because it's like Italy have quality in their team. Is it the managers? I don't know, man. It's just crazy to me. But Italy missing a 3rd straight World Cup, you know, if they make it 4, dude, that I mean, listen, you might as well not even consider them. You can't take them as serious anymore. I mean, people used to fear Italy. Teams used to fear them. Now it's Italy rocking up. Now we absolutely have a chance. They've gone through I don't know how many managers. And the moment yesterday when Sandro Tonali had an opportunity to get a good shot on goal off that free kick, Italy don't have that dead ball specialist anymore. Andrea Pirlo is not there. We're well past that era. The Italians don't have a dead ball specialist. In that moment, that calls for something that a free kick specialist that generally every national team has, right? With Portugal, it's Bruno Fernandes. In my opinion, it's not Ronaldo anymore, even though, Ronaldo is going to try to take them long shots. But Bruno Fernandes is a free kick taker for Portugal. For England, you can have Palmer. You can have Harry Kane if you want to. You have Rice if you really want to do that. The Brazil, you probably have free kick taker for Brazil. I mean, me personally, Rafinha would probably be my pick, or maybe Esteval, maybe even I don't know. Argentina, you got Messi, you got Enzo, you got a lot of cats, man. And then at the end of the day, Italy just don't have that dead ball specialist anymore. And Sandro Tonali's effort was absolutely disrespectful, bro. Disrespectful. You shoot it low and hard into the ground. Honestly, bro, those are the ones that you have to whip around the wall and get it into that top corner. You're trying to go hard and low, hoping for a deflection, but Italy could have won it too. The Bosnia goalkeeper was out. I mean, I think he only made like 2 saves or whatever the entire game, but the second save he made was absolutely outrageous because Italy would have won that game. Plus, Moise Kean had an opportunity where he gets the ball in his own half, drives past 2 center halves, and maybe it was the touch that he took that was too close to him, or maybe it was the bounce of the ball. But in my opinion, man, you have to score that. Because being up 2-0 away from home against a team that was acting as desperate as they were, it would have killed them off. And Italy would have probably been in the World Cup if Moise Kean had scored that opportunity. Now, we're not blaming him for the loss. I'm not going to blame him because for the most part, he looked pretty damn good. He's the man in form, really. But you have to score that opportunity. That's when you go across the goalkeeper to the far post, because it's more difficult for the goalkeeper to get down if they're standing straight up, and then they go down and then over to the right. It's a lot harder for them to do that than if you're just trying to shoot it in the top corner. All they got to do is just jump in, just like try to save it. But Italy missing the World Cup, man, is crazy. It's absolutely insane. And I don't know where they go from here. I don't know where they would even go from here at this point. No one cares nor feels sorry for you in your attention-seeking victimhood tweets, just like the other twat Nini, who is depressed about his YouTube comments. Sugar Sean said he will punch me up if he sees me in time for the court space. So. Bro, see, like, this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what I'm talking about. So I think this is a very difficult thing to talk about, because I just feel like the fans are just so fed up with how the club is being ran. I mean, like, look what we're doing. We're turning on each other here, guys. Like, what the fuck are we doing, man? Like, what the fuck are we actually doing out here? Honestly, like, we're out here being keyboard warriors, talking about people are seeking victimhood, and then people are depressed about their fucking YouTube section. There's bigger shit to worry about here, man. Like, there absolutely is. We're over here worried about YouTube comments and if people want to get punched up at Stanford Bridge, but at the same time, why are we threatening these people online, bro? Like, why are we sending threats? Like, what the hell is wrong with you people, man? Honestly, like, what is going on with everybody? I'm just as upset about where the club in the direction that is going, but as much as I don't like a lot of the people on this platform and their opinions, I'm never gonna say, "Oh, if I see you outside of Stanford Bridge, bro, I'm gonna go beat your ass." Like, really, bro? That's really what we're doing here? Like, I don't believe that that pisses over here, or Pice, however you say his fucking name, bro. Like, I don't believe he's getting money or tweets exchange and shit just to post it, bro. I don't think that's happening. I think what's going on here is that people are just fed up with everything going on at the club, and their minds are all over the place. They're all over the place. Is this the original thing? Not April Fools. I might sue Pice for defamation of character. I'm now suffering with mental health. I might. What, bro? What the hell is going on out here, man? I guess we can just take a look at these things, right? So this was August 22nd, 2024. So this was what was this? Enzo Maresca's first season? Instead of defending Chelsea and providing context to our situation, this is who they have on. Shocking. I'm trying to figure out like what he's trying to point out here. I mean, what is this? What is this supposed to show me, bro? Honestly, like I don't. Bro, I mean, it's getting dire. I mean, the fans are really turning on each other here, man. I mean, it's actually nuts. See, I think a lot of people need to really start. I mean, I'm not saying that we shouldn't be upset with him speaking because at the end of the day, he's upset with how the club is being ran, bro. Like, just like Cucurella expressed yesterday, just like a lot of other players have been expressing lately, man. The club isn't being ran right. When you have your club captain also co-signing what Mark Cucurella said yesterday, I mean, their backs are against the wall. So Enzo Fernandez is going to be, and I said this before the international break started, bro, that you're going to hear stuff from these players now that they're away from the club. And what has happened over these past 10 days? Bombshells from Enzo Fernandez, bombshells from Caicedo, bombshells from Mark Cucurella, Malo Gusto, right? You're getting players coming out and saying stuff about the club and how it's being ran and basically exposing what is going on. So Enzo Fernandez is at the end of the day, I think he's going to be gone in the summer. If he stays in, then that's fantastic. I'll be happy as fuck. But I think he's gone in the summer because the ambition of the club is still not going to be there for him. It just won't. And we're not going to finish in the top 6. We're not going to finish in the top 4. We're not finishing in the top 6. And I don't think we're finishing in the top 8. And I love this club to death. You think I want to say Chelsea are going to finish 9th or 10th? No. Like, this is where we are heading. And this is why players are going to look to leave in the summer, because the ambition isn't there. Unless there's a drastic change in them saying, okay, you know what, we're going to sell. Then I think players would probably be on board with staying because it's new ownership. There's new opportunities, and they'll get somebody in there that actually has the ambition to go get the players that are necessary and that are the quality of Chelsea Football Club, not players you get from Strasbourg because you sell Enzo Fernandez. You know, Barco is about to come in, and it's a stopgap for 2 to 3 years until the next guy comes in that's around 21, 22 years old. It's just a revolving door of player trading, bro. And that's the thing that needs to be cut out of this sport is the player trading. Because not every player is going to be worth the exact same or worse or better or whatever, bro. Enzo Fernandez is worth over 100 million. You're bringing and they're not going to use that money properly to go get the right replacement you need. It just won't happen because they don't care about doing that. Their backs are against the wall enough, and they're going to stick to what they're going to stick to. And if they decide to sell in the summer, which is my theory, because with everything going on, the protests going on, and the players are not speaking out, I think they are going to feel the pressure to sell in the summer before they lose more money. That's just how I think it's going to happen. Alex Goldberg, bro. I respect you, but yes, he's going to be talking about Madrid every single day until this club actually figures what the fuck they're going to be doing. Honestly, like the fact that people are getting this upset with him talking about Madrid is nuts, bro. Like, do you honestly think that if this club was actually competing and actually a serious club, you think he's saying anything about Real Madrid or wanting to live in Madrid? Like, do you guys really think that? Honestly, it's the state of the club. This is why players want to leave. But people want to criticize these players for speaking out about how they're unhappy with what is going on at the club. But when Mark Cucurella does it, there's no shit for him, right? And I'm not saying go ahead and go start the hate for him. I'm saying keep the same energy when the vice captain is coming out and saying that the dressing room was deeply affected by the departure of Enzo Maresca. What is the difference with him and Mark Cucurella saying it? I remember when Chelsea fans didn't like Mark Cucurella. Now all of a sudden he's the hero of the club because he decided to speak out. Enzo did it first, and people shit on him for it, bro. They absolutely shit on him for it because they focused on the part where he said he really likes to be in Madrid. It's similar to where he's from. What is wrong with him saying that? If I was under contract and in the club that I was at had no ambition to win, and I knew in the back of my mind that a club like Real Madrid was at my doorstep, basically, yes, I would be looking the other way because they're serial winners. They're ambitious. They want to get shit done. They want to win the Champions League. They want to win the Spanish League, bro. They want to be the best team in the world. We have a Club World Cup badge on our damn jersey, but we're playing anything but we are not playing like world champions. We're playing like a team that wants to get relegated. So Enzo Fernandez has every right to speak on what he is saying because the club is a complete joke right now. If the club was serious and they had the players in the squad and they were competing for the Premier League and they were still in the Champions League with the chance to win it, you're not hearing him saying anything. But because the state of the club, you want to change managers and shit, and you've already heard 3 or 4 players say that changing the manager wasn't the best thing to do, why are we shitting on the players? It's about the ownership. It's always been about them. We can criticize performances on the pitch with what we see, but if the players who are the key to all this are coming out to the media and they're being asked questions about what is going on, I think mentally at that point, these players are not going to be able to hold it in anymore. So we need to stop the shitting on Enzo and then a lot of these other players because they're speaking out about the dysfunction at the club, dude. It's crazy to me, man. Like people really need to stop doing that shit. Watch Manu here. This is why Enzo and Cole cannot play together in midfield. What about your boy? Was that Elliot Anderson right there? What about bro right there? That's what I'm saying. Like, how did Enzo get into this? Like, that's what I'm saying. The dude has a massive agenda, and again, we're gonna go ahead and highlight who this is, bro. This guy right here. It's April Fool's Day, so it is his holiday. It's the holiday for fucking clowns. This is exactly like how did Enzo get into this like conversation when Kobe Manu, who is that? Elliot Anderson, you got Kobe Manu. When you could have made a challenge there, but I've seen Mark Goldbridge say that Kobe Manu gets ran past all the time. I've seen Chelsea fans want to say, "Oh, we should do everything to go sign Kobe Manu." Based off of this little clip, I don't want him anywhere near Chelsea at all because this reminds me of a lot of our midfielders right now. Really, just the way we get ran through in midfield. And Matoma is the one that scores the damn goal, bro. So underrated, honestly. Did you know Enzo Maresca won 3 trophies at Chelsea? What is that? Like the Malaysia Cup, bro? Oh, the Malta trophy. This was after the Club World Cup? Yeah. Blueco have their legs wide open. Holy shit. Bro. Football agent fees, 4th of February 2025 to February 2nd of 2026. Chelsea are top significantly. $65 million is nuts, bro. You're bending over backwards for these motherfuckers, bro. See, this is why we're being seen as a joke, dude. Agent fees. This is what you're paying. Oh my good God, dude. 65 million net that you're paying, that you've paid agents, man, over the past year. And you wonder why we're fucking broke. This is another reason. Look at how much money we're paying these agents. It's unreal. Bro, I mean, wide open is an understatement, bro. You're having a whole train ran on you, bro. I mean, seriously, this is crazy, dude. How do you 65 million? You can go get a decent center, 60 million, bro. And we're paying agents the same amount of money. Yeah, dog. Enzo isn't even in the picture and he's being slandered. People tell me this is normal and not some kind of self-induced mental illness. I mean, I keep on saying this about this man. He must have like some type of vendetta against Enzo. I don't know. Did Argentina play England in the last iteration of the World Cup? I don't think so. What did Enzo do to him that was so devastating? I mean, Cole Palmer, I understand he's in the play here. But what the hell does Enzo have to do with this play, bro? I'm just convinced that Enzo had to have fucked his girl or something, bro, because there's no shot you're this pressed over this and he gets into the picture. I mean, he gets mentioned. That's crazy, honestly. To all Chelsea fans, please watch this to understand what Chelsea fans are asking for.
It's like little mouthpiece, a kind of puppet from the owners. So if we go on to what it says, I think what will really hurt the owners is the fact that a senior player was questioning their strategy and was also questioning the really, really controversial decision to let Enzo Maresca leave on New Year's Day. I agree. I don't think the Chelsea ownership will rethink their strategy. I think they may tweak it a little bit, make a few changes. They're not going to do that. They can't afford to. I think they are aware of the fact, for instance, that a lot of people have criticised them for just buying young players and seeming to go down a route of trading players instead of just buying world-class players and putting them straight into the first team. I just want to stop it there because I think that last bit is such a common misconception as to what it is that us as Chelsea fans want from this club. Like, you don't have to just sign world-class players or the best in each position. Like, Roman didn't do that. What we're asking for is we're just asking for like proven players that have a bit of experience that we don't have to wait 3 or 4 years to hopefully see the best of. Like, Didier Drogba wasn't first class when he first came to Chelsea. Like, Eden Hazard, yes, he was a very exciting young talent and he looked like he had world-class potential, but even he wasn't world-class at the start. Like, we're just asking for players that, like, are going to come in and do a job and actually fit what the manager actually needs. Don't have to sign Mbappe, don't have to sign Rodri, don't have to sign Haaland in every single position. But if we carry on reading, it says, now I think they're going to be busy this summer. Do I think they're going to go straight out and forget about the strategy of signing young players? No, I don't. But I wouldn't expect them to perhaps sign some more experienced players and some ready-made stars. Okay, I'm going to pause there again. One, they even if they wanted to sign experienced players, they're not going to, or ready-made stars, they're not going to, because they genuinely cannot afford to. That's what I've been saying. Even if they wanted to change this model that they're going with of signing kids and hopefully flipping them on in the future, they actually can't afford to. They're in so much debt that they can't afford to pay these players the wages that they want. They can't give a player 200k or 250k a week. Like, say they was to.
You see why qualifying for the Champions League is absolutely vital? Because if we don't, these players get their wages slashed. The incentives and the bonuses are gone. So this is why it's so dire for these players to get into the Champions League and why they want to be in the Champions League, because that's where the real money is, man. That's where the real wages are. So yeah, you're not going to see players be signed for 250 grand a week, 300 grand a week. Why? Because we can't afford it.
Go out and sign, I don't know, Elise, for instance. You think he's going to be happy with 100, 200k a week the way he's been performing at Bayern Munich? No chance. So for me, I'm not buying into this. They're not going to change their model, and the best solution is for them to leave. But let's carry on. Having said that, I think if you were to speak to senior people at Chelsea, they would say to you, look, we have bought established players as well. For instance, we signed João Pedro, who I think is 25, nearly 26. So it's not a case that they only sign young players. But obviously, every Chelsea fan you speak to will say to you, look, we need to stop the strategy of trading players. We need to go back to what we used to, which is buy the best players in the world. We need to sign an experienced goalkeeper, and we need to sign an experienced centre back as well. Again, like, not doesn't have to be the best in the world in the position, but the last sentence is correct. Experienced centre back, especially in the centre back department, because our centre backs are shocking. But just
We had
someone that's
Thiago
like
Silva
proven at like the
in
top
our ranks,
level,
like
whether or not it's a
2 or 3
La
seasons
Liga,
ago.
whether or not it's at the
2 seasons
Bundesliga,
ago.
that's proven at the top level,
So
that can come
we were
in and
told
actually
that.
make a difference to this team, and that the young players can actually learn off of. Look at Thiago Silva. Look at the impact. Pedro there. João Pedro, listen, he's actually worked out. He's actually been a good signing. But not many Chelsea fans were confident when he was coming in. Let's be honest. But listen,
Yeah, I
he's
mean, I
actually
wasn't
surprised a lot
100%
of us
sure on
Chelsea
João
fans.
Pedro,
I
and he
think the
proved me
owners are
wrong the
listening
minute
to
he,
what
he
fans and
stepped in.
ex-players and journalists
Really?
and now players are saying. I think they are listening. I think the players are clearly unhappy about the fact that Enzo Maresca left. Yep, we know that. There was a breakdown in the relations between Enzo Maresca and key people at Chelsea Football Club, but Enzo Maresca overall did a great job. He won 2 trophies last season. The reason he left is because of things that were happening behind the scenes. Yep, he wanted a centre back. They said no.
He
It
did the
wasn't to
best
do with
job out
specifically
of any
exactly what was
manager
happening
that
on the
came in
pitch
there
and the way the team were playing.
during this
I mean, in a way, he's actually not wrong,
Pluto era
because
of Chelsea.
Enzo Maresca wasn't doing a horrendous job. He wasn't doing the best job in the world. Through that period, we were going through a bit of a rough patch where we were losing to Atlanta, etc. But it's blatantly obvious he was crying out for centre back, and they said, nope, you've got Josh Achimpong, who, funny enough, I think has only started 1 game as centre back since then, and they didn't give it to him. But it was blatantly obvious he wanted a centre back, especially in the summer after Levi Colwill went down injured. And the players, of course, they weren't happy. Like, I think what players are looking for in this Chelsea team is stability. I think Enzo Fernandez, Cucurella, even Cole Palmer, they're just looking for stability, and they haven't really had that. And it's not as if like the managers
Team
have
needs
left
the
because results have
identity.
been so poor. The only manager
Enzo
under this
Maresca was
ownership
doing that,
that's left because of results was
I'm
Graham
gonna keep
Potter, as I
saying this,
say.
bro. People
But
don't like
they just
people didn't like Enzo Maresca, but the one thing he did do was he was bringing the identity back. And I remember Chelsea fans were singing at one point last season, "We've got our Chelsea back. We've got our Chelsea back." Tell me I'm lying. Who was the manager? Enzo Maresca was building the identity this club needed. And now he's gone, and now you're seeing the results in the aftermath of him leaving. These players don't want to be here anymore. So it's a damn shame, bro. This was last season. All right. And Romeo Lavia was a huge piece in that. Even though he was injured, Romeo Lavia was a huge piece in that puzzle for Enzo Maresca, man, because of the balance in midfield they had. I mean, and you gave Mudryk a manager that actually, like, you know, had an idea to what to do with him. There's that man everyone hates, so you know. I'm telling you this. I mean, Was it fun to watch all the time? No, but like they had a way of playing. And they did create opportunities, man. Like they really did. Look at it. I mean, you should have done better there, really. Like the link up, the build up play, and all that stuff was really nice to watch under him, bro. But a lot of people were just frustrated that when you played against the teams that had a lower block, it was harder for them to break it down. But when they did break it down, it was moments of brilliance. I'm just gonna say this, man. I do think they made a massive mistake in sacking him. He should have scored this. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be real, guys. The Port Vale game on Saturday, if they end up losing that, I may not watch another game the rest of the season. That's just how I'm feeling, honestly. But last thing I'm gonna get into before I have to get ready for work and shit. Now, I understand it's April Fool's Day, so don't know how legit this is. That's why I said it is April Fool's Day, but surely the FA cannot consider sacking Thomas Tuchel after 2 bad games. Again, I know it's April Fool's Day, but there's no shot. They should sack him. We want him back at Chelsea. Listen, bro. Listen, man. I mean, would you guys take back Thomas Tuchel? I mean, I'm sure everyone would, but yeah. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Got to get ready for work. My work schedule changed, so Sunday, Monday's off. So I'll probably be able to catch a lot of the Chelsea games anyway on Sundays. But it's like I said, if they lose on Saturday to Port Vale, bro, like I'm not watching another game this season. Like I'm good. Like I'm beyond good because we're just in the gutter. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. Peace out. I'm gonna have some shorts uploaded. I might do a stream later tonight. I don't know yet. Depends how I'm feeling after work. But yeah, with that being said, I'm Jason. No Filter Chels. Check out the YouTube. Check out the Twitter. Check out all those great things there. Check out the Twitch as well. I stream on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube, and Restream. So find me on all those platforms. And yeah, I'm out. Peace.